Jay Cost of the conservative outlet The Weekly Standard decided to beg Mitt Romney to run for office in an open letter. This isn't even the first time that there's been just sad, disgusting begging of plastic boy, robot man Mitt Romney to run again. So let me give you his argument here. He says, "Dear Governor Romney, I write to you not as a fellow conservative, not as a fellow partisan, but as a citizen of our republic. You have served your nation admirably for many years, and by any ordinary standard are entitled to a happy retirement. But these are extraordinary times, and your nation still has need of your service. I respectfully implore you to run for president as an independent in 2016. This is an incredible request, but you know that some Americans are called by Providence to give more than others. George Washington defended his nation during the 7 Years' War, led it to independence in the Revolution, and by 1788, he wanted only to retire to his beloved Mount Vernon. But the nation needed him to launch the new government, so he answered the call. 4 years later, he again wished for nothing more than the peaceful life of a country planter, but the harmony of the fragile Union required yet another commitment from him. Again, he answered the call. Please, Governor Romney, run for president once more." Okay. You just compared Mitt Romney, in no uncertain terms, to George Washington. Mitt Romney is a guy who, of course, there was Bain Capital. You guys remember Bain Capital. The whole point of Bain Capital, in Mitt Romney's words, were to harvest companies and then fuck them over. You harvest the company, you prop them up, and then you run out the back door with all the money. It was a predatory company on Wall Street that would come in, bail out struggling companies, help them, and then when all is said and done, whoops, oh, looks like you're going bankrupt anyway, we get a larger cut than what we put in. This is the guy, you're going to compare this guy to George fucking Washington. He makes it seem like Romney's such a principled conservative. Remember the 47% comment? Where he just wrote off about half the country. He's like, oh, the 47% of this country, those fucking lazy-ass Democrats, you know what I'm saying? They're never going to get their stuff together. They're never going to want to take personal responsibility. That's why I don't care about them. I only care about the 50% that I like. So vote for me. Okay, that is as un-George Washington-like a comment as has ever been said in human history. But now because of Trump, people are, they yearn for the days of just a standard asshole robotic Republican establishment figure. And again, guys, you need to get it. Like, they don't hate Trump because Trump doesn't embody conservative principles and values. They hate Trump because they're not sure they can control him. There's never been a more establishment outlet than the Weekly Standard. The Weekly Standard has 8 people that read it. Nobody cares. It's all establishment Republican figures. Bill Kristol, is he National Review or is he Weekly Standard? One of those. And all it does is represent Washington establishment Republican elites. And again, they make it seem like it's because they have such deep policy disagreements with Donald Trump. No, they're just not sure that their money can make him a sufficient puppet. Whereas with Mitt Romney, they know that the money will make him a sufficient puppet. So they're yearning for the days of a controllable person to do their bidding and do the bidding of the corporations in the White House. Now, again, when all said and done, they really don't have anything to worry about. Because based on my reading of everything Trump's done, everything he said, how much he flip-flops, how much he's willing to play ball, I indeed think he will, when all said and done, in many ways, perhaps be almost exactly like Mitt Romney, and that he'll do the bidding of the corporations. But these guys, they don't know, so they're just making asses of themselves and begging one of the least attractive candidates in political history to run again. And as a final point, do you have any idea how badly he would get destroyed? I mean, if Mitt Romney ran as an independent, it might be historically bad. Like, people just assume and they just think, like, the GOP voters, the average Joe Republican voter, they agree with us establishment Republicans in our disgust over Trump. But they don't, or else he wouldn't be the motherfucking nominee. It's called logic. But they're like, no, if we put Romney in, obviously everybody will go to Romney. No, they won't. And actually, if you do have Romney in, that would just hand the election over to Hillary Clinton. That's what it would do. So, but it would get interesting if Romney jumped in and then Bernie's like, fuck all you, and he jumps in. We have a four-way race. What, bitches? That's not going to happen either. Because Romney has repeatedly... Romney loves the adoration and the attention now. Oh, gosh, me. I would love to run, but yeah, I don't know. It's not the right time. He loves the adoration, but he's probably not going to run. And if he were to run third party, I would laugh endlessly. Because I think that they think he might actually win. And words cannot describe just how much he would lose by. So it would be glorious to see.